Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, guys. I am back. So, continuing from where we left off on how I met my husband, part 2. So today is Pakistani independence, by the way. Ndambotofunga kuregedza kuita this video because vana vari kuridza mabhosvo kune noise. So I mean, let's hope they won't disturb me until I finish. And today there is no light. Kwakakwidibira. Kune ka weather kacho karibo, but the light is not too much. I'm sure you can see this video. You can see me, but it's not clear. Ndapiwa mari yekunotenga hembe. Anga akupota achindipa mari yekunotenga hembe. Ndichitenga zvangu hembe. And then he said he wanted to meet my brother. My husband said he wanted to meet my brother. And then I told him, okay, my brother works night shifts, but during the day, he'll be at home. And then I went home. I spoke to my brother. I told him. He said okay. And then I went with him to meet my brother. They spoke. I went outside to give them a chance to talk, and then I came back just after a few minutes. And after he was gone, my brother asked me, said to me, "So what's your plan?" I said, "I don't know." And then I spoke to my husband. He said he was going to pay Lobola, because I told him that's what we do, where I come from. He said he doesn't have any problem with that. And then my mother used to come to South Africa here and there. So that time she was about to come to South Africa, and then she came. I told him that my mother was coming. And then he said, okay, so I'll meet her and talk to her. My mother came to South Africa, and I told him my mother was here. He came, they spoke, and then he was asking about this Lobola things, and my mother said, I'm just a lady. Baba wake variko, her father is there in Zimbabwe. He's the right candidate you can talk to. And then he said, okay. He said, this one, my brother, is also like a father, but Sadia's father. Peti's father is there in Zimbabwe. So he said, okay, it's fine. And then we spoke. He said, okay, I'm coming to pay Lobola. When you go home, go and tell them that I'm coming to pay Lobola. You can invite whatever you do there, you can do it. I will be coming there to pay Lobola. I want to marry your daughter. And then my mother said she needs a time to go and talk to my parents, to my father. And then he said it's okay, you can go and talk to him. Mama vakadzokera back. She went back to Zimbabwe. And vakanotaura kumba. She spoke to my father about the Ampasha issue. And then they set a date. They asked us to set a date. And then we told them to just set a date that was okay with them. Like a set a date, and they told us. I told my husband, my boyfriend then, and then he said okay. Achiba akaenda ku Durban. He didn't tell me that he was going to Durban. 1, 2, 3 days muna asikubatika muna hapo. I was worried. Apa dere kuti tiende, it was like nasa nditi chiti chipenda mangwana. Muna hapo muna ana kudzoka mune dololo ndikati hey, zvakaoma. Imagine. Apo nongoudza vanhu kumbaka kuti uri kuroorwa, vanhu voita sei vari kuuya zoungana and stuff, waunganidza uchaunganidza vanhu uchatanga. I didn't know what to think, but andambonyanyozvistressa too much, but I was worried. Ndikati I was not worried of the line. I was worried kuti saka ndakangotiwa amen handiti ndakutongotiwa amen. Manheru acho iwaya tichiti tikuenda mangwana ndanzi ndiri kudewo gate mandaenda kugate mandanoona ndiye zvake ndikati pamwe auya zoti I'm not interested anymore, I don't know. Apa ndirizvibvunza ndichitaura ndega ndichifamba kuenda kugate kwacho. Mandasvika mandavhura gate mbapinda ndakagara inizi zvangu ndikati mheno chakangoita kuti ndingofila kuti maybe you want to tell me kuti is not interested anymore, or ndakapa kuti ndimubvunze kuti so where were you all these days, andambobvunza ndakangoperwa mandanyara vatanga kuexplaina yega the reason why yaangaendera, the reason why he went to Durban, and without even telling me. And then he told me kuti the program yatanga takaita still holds. We're still going to Zimbabwe that next day. So achitoti ndatodzokera izvozvo ndasandapedza zvandandichiita pandatodzokera izvozvo kuti dera tirifana kuenda rakwana ndobva apedza mbaye ndobva adzokera ndobva mangwana achona takwira takananga kuZimbabwe bataenda. And when we reached Zimbabwe, I was staying in my friend's house. We didn't go kumba kwedu. We went to my friend's house, Lillian. Thank you so much, my dear. Ndokwataigara baba vake friend yangushu ndivo vanga vari munyai wangu. And then ndebataenda tatorana nemunyai wedu bataenda tichiti tiri kuenda takatogara for days, almost a week tiriko. And then tichiti tiri kuenda muse Saturday kumba kwedu kunoroorwa kwacho ndobataenda nemunyai wedu. It was Thursday or Friday batanotenga grocery redu. And then ndokubva ratengwa grocery mukwasha kana kakuonererwa kana chii ndobva tutsira netumwe twanga tusina kunyorwa iwe akati ndibhilivhise vanhu ndokubva tatenga zvinhu zvedu. Next day tisvawo zvinhu zvedu mota hutu ndakariwana maisorobhi takananga kumba kwedu. Matasvika kumba kwedu mba zvinoitwa zvaitwa yabviswa mari zvese zvafamba zvatopera mungozivo zvinoitika pamaroro. And kumashure uku kwakusati kwakuitwa like zvakuitwa nawo zvemaroro squad and what naingororwa vanogocha nyama vachigocha, vanomwa doro vachimwa, vanoita sei vachiita, pachibikwa pachidyiwa, ndo zvakangoitwa izvozvo. And then ndobva tadzoka zvedu takangoita think so 1-2 days tiri kwamba pedu ndokubva even more, maybe takatoita maybe but less than a week. And then tichibva tatodzokera kuSouth Africa. Hatina kuzonyanya kugara tadzokera kuSouth Africa. And then ndadzokera kuSouth Africa ndandisisa chatoshande manje kumakula vanhu vanoshanda kana ndasina kuziva, but ndaipiwa mari aindipa. Akandiudza kuti andichada kuti ushanda, achada kuti uende kubasa. Handiti ende vanatanga kuti iye munhu wasati iye munhu yeyu watanga undudza kuti haadi kuti ndiende kubasa chichinda towaridi paipa yakakuti ko munhu anogoti zvanzi aupeyu akagara usingaendi. Handiti vanatanga kubhadhara mari yangu ndisingaende kubasa. Ndakagara kumba yes, ndaipiwa mari ndisingaende kubasa. Vanatanga kupiwa mari yangu. He was paying me money without even going to work because he said he didn't want me to work. Sorry, ndaitira vaya vasinganzvishona. So he started paying me. I was earning my money each and every week. So he was paying me every week. My husband was paying me every week for staying at home. He didn't want me to work. I was staying at home. So takachizotanga kugara tese manje. Abva kupi kunoroora patikazotanga kugara tese ndabva kumba kwehanzvadzi yangu takugara tiri two. And then the following year 2010, that's when we came back to Zimbabwe tichibva tachata tadzokera futi kuSouth Africa takontinua zvedu nelife yedu kusvika parinas. So this was my story, how I met my husband. And I have lots and lots more stories to tell you. I will tell you about my life. I don't mind, I don't care, because kune vamwe vanonge vachitodzidzawo from. I will tell you even my mistakes, and ndakaita even my mistakes andinoita modzidzowo kubva pamuonde. Handiti kuitira kuti musazorepeat my mistakes